Hey, welcome back to Everyday Faith, and we are jumping in today with a quote from Stephen Curtis Chapman himself. And the quote says this: "When love takes you in, everything changes." It's a great quote. It's very simple, but very profound. And I guess one of the things I thought, if I just said the quote and then was done, this would be a really short video. But I think maybe there's a way to apply this in a way to kind of communicate this that would make sense. And when I read this quote, the thing that I think about today is, my relationship with my wife. My wife, Chris, and I, we've been married 11 years this past August, so really 11 and a half years. We got married when we were babies. I was 21 years old, she was 20. And so we have been married now for 11 and a half years, like I said. But, it's interesting because when I think about this quote, when love takes you in, everything changes. I just remember that moment when I realized that I actually love my wife, that I love her, and I couldn't change that. I couldn't go back on it. I couldn't deny it. I couldn't suppress it. And this is like, way back in like 2000 and let's see if I can get this right. 2005. We were dating for a little while, and so I remember I called her, and I was going to tell her like I love you, and then I called her and hung up the phone. Called her a second time. Had small chat. And I finally called her a third time, and on the third time mustered up enough courage to be able to say those words, "I love you." And fortunately for me, she repeated it back and said, "I love you too." And so that was huge. But literally with that statement, with that exchange, everything changed. From that moment on, as a dating couple, we realized, okay, we had potential. Maybe something more meaningful was in our future than just boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And everything literally changed in my life from that moment. And I think it's the same thing with God. When love takes you in, everything changes. When you experience who God is, when you experience the love of God, everything changes in your life. And even thinking about, Show Hope and the foundation that they have, when a family loves a child and takes them in, everything in that child's life changes. It's the beauty of love. That's the beauty of the gospel. That's the beauty of who Jesus Christ is, that when we experience and receive the love of Jesus, everything in our lives can change. And so let that be an encouragement to you. I don't know if you have a love story that you want to share, but if you do, write in the comments or share it online and tag me. I'd love to hear about your love story and how everything changed, whether it's because of your partner or spouse or because of your belief in God. How did your life change because of love?